Jerry KO Media here with Paddy Nevin before his fourth professional fight here in Alcala La Real near Granada in Spain. And your first trip over to fight. So how are you finding it so far? The experience?
It's good, yeah. Lovely weather as well, so that's a plus. Like, and now we get to fight as well, so yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
So what's your? I haven't seen you fight, to be honest. So tell us a bit about your fighting style.
I like the box. I box, move around, quick enough for heavyweight. So it's a bit of a shock. Everyone thinks the heavyweight is going to slug it out for a few rounds, but I like the box and move around. So just jab, big right hands and all that shit all day. Yeah.
So and you've the 3 wins to show for it as well.
Yeah. So the 3 wins is what's well.
Well, I was going to say all far away. Of course, you were in Castlebar, Mayo. And that was some night.
That was a good crack. That was a bit of crack. That was good. And we boxed. They made the debut in the National Basketball Arena in Tala.
Yeah.
And then the last before the lockdown last March, I was over in Bolton there as well. Yeah.
And now Spain, so we won't be in Ireland for a while, but so be it.
So.
But it's the same ring you walk into anyway, isn't it?
It's all the same. Yeah. It's all the same. Just different opponents.
And you get a bit of travel as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
A bit of a holiday as well.
And I'd say you might be travelling over here again. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good spot. If they have me back, I'll come back over again.
Everyone likes the big lads, don't they?
Oh, they love the big lads. The boxing, they love the boxing, the big heavyweight boxing.
Yeah, and I was actually listening to one of your earlier interviews there earlier, and like there's so few in Ireland, isn't there?
Yeah, there's only. Well, there was 3. Well, there's about 4 now. I think 5 now.
Yeah.
It's starting to pick up a little bit now.
Right.
And it's on the way up, very slowly, but it's on the way up.
Yeah, and of course you will be on the way up as well. Training with Stephen, like it's a fantastic setup, I believe.
Oh yeah, it's a great setup. It's a pleasure for Stephen to train me, but he won't say that. He won't admit that, but I'm probably the best in the gym, he said. So.
And none of the small lads will argue with you.
No, they won't argue.
So tell you, like, what's your plans like going forwards from this? I know you have to fight today as well. So, but
I'd like to get the Celtic title belt. Go for the Celtic title belt, and hopefully someone might pick me up on the offer for the Irish title after that one, and then we'll see what happens after that. Then, so just go with it. Yeah, just go with it. Set a plan in motion and just go with it.
Right.
And that's it, really.
And like, how long are you going to keep going? I mean, I know that you're only starting now, but you know what I mean. I mean, do you have a plan to have those titles within 2 or 3 years, or?
Yeah, I'd like to be Irish champion by 2022 or something. Look, if I got the offer at the end by this year, all well and good. But if I don't get it, I don't get it.
And of course, like, you're not actually, as to say, you have a fight today. So what do you know about this lad?
Not really much now. Just it's his debut, so see what happens. I have no footage of him, and so we'll see what happens. I know in the first round.
Right.
After you get the first punch through it, you know a lot then about a fella.
Yeah. But and when he feels the first punch, he'll know a lot about you.
Yeah, he'll know a lot as well. Yeah.
But we mentioned, of course, like a lot of the heavyweight fights are slugfest. So if the guy comes out swinging, is that something that you'd welcome? Because you'd be able to handle him handy.
Oh yeah, no bother. Handle him. If he wants to stand and fight, we'll stand and fight.
Right.
So I won't run away from it. I'll stand and fight if he wants to stand and fight.
Right.
We'll trade leather for a while.
But, so obviously a lot of your fights are going to have to be abroad because there's so few heavyweights here. But I think I mean, would you agree that the pandemic has actually helped and that it's opened up? I mean, I didn't hear that many coming to Spain before. I know Lynn Harvey was here a few years ago, but now, like, there's Irish lads coming over every second week.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah,
and Belgium has opened up, and a few more. So
there's a lot more international boxing. Like, the Irish boxing scene is a bit slow anyway.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more international boxing now. Like, it was usually just the furthest you probably go to really is like the likes of England.
Yeah.
Now it's more all over Europe now, really.
Yeah. So listen, like, Paddy, eyeing up those titles in a few years, just looking at the heavyweight scene, like, there's of course the preeminent heavyweight in Ireland is obviously Niall Kennedy, but he's like signalled that he'll be he's more or less winding down now, and like, so by the time you're coming around to it, like, among what's left, I mean, you must fancy your chances.
Yeah. There's not really much left. There's not much left really after Niall. There's only really one or two lads all together, and I favour myself with them lads. Me and I are good friends as well, so he's a bit ahead of me now at the moment, but when he's over in international America and all that, so I can't really see him coming back for the Irish title. But there's other lads there, and if they want to take me up on the offer, all well and good. I'm willing to fight them any day of the week.
Talking about the Irish title, by the way, there's a few famous names in that, but one of them is fighting shortly. Tyson Fury held the belt.
Yeah, I think he was the last Irish heavyweight to hold that belt. Yeah. It was about 8 or 9 years ago, was it? I think something like that. Yeah. So if I got that chance, first heavyweight Irish champion in nearly 10 years. Yeah. Great, wouldn't it?
He'd have to give you a shout out and all if he was the last champ, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd have to, wouldn't he? He'd have to.
So Tyson Fury, there you are. Paddy be coming for your belt. Not that one, don't worry. Anyway, listen, so you're looking great form, great humour, looking forward to today. I know some people are kind of edgy before fights, but you look very relaxed.
Yeah, I box better when I'm more relaxed. I don't if I start stressing out, I start to panic then. I like to have a bit of a crack and a bit of a laugh, and that's me then. I'll box better. If you see me sitting in the corner really quiet and nervous, that's when I start to get really nervous about the fight then.
Yeah, you enjoy your fighting, yeah?
Yeah, I love it. It's weird. Like you go in there, get the box off you for a few rounds, and then you come out laughing. It's mad. Yeah. It's a weird old sport, like, but it's a good sport. Yeah. It's a rewarding sport as well when you get when you get to that level. It's a very rewarding sport.
Yeah, and I think it's great, you know, I was talking around with the new guys coming up, that and yourself, you know, like there's a few role models coming in again, you know, and I like particularly Rorys Gym, which I've talked about, that the guys are, you know, they have a bit of crack, but they're pretty respectful. Yeah. They're big into social media, so you know the fans get to know them, and I mean that has to be all good for boxing.
Oh yeah, it's great. The social media now is ahead of what's it's keeping everyone on their toes now. Really, they're seeing everything. They're getting clips of the training programs and all that. So like, it's really good for even younger lads coming up. They're looking at all the big lads, like Ryan there and Victor and all that.
So anyone you want to thank for today's fight, or?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Flame Stop, for helping me out for this camp. Yeah. And I'd also like to thank Stephen O'Rourke for helping me out there as well with the training camps. Yeah. And Ryan O'Rourke for being my biggest fan and always cheering me on. He was. Look, it's a big team. It's a big team.
That was so. So anyway, so that's it. And listen, best of luck. I've been there taking a few snaps, so hopefully catch a good one.
Yeah, hopefully you might get a knockout one for me.
Yeah, we'll see. Are you planning to knock out, or?
Look, if the opportunity arises, well and good. If it doesn't come that way. Yeah. What can you do?
What can you do, exactly. Listen, thank you very much, Paddy. Paddy Nevin from KO Media. Thank you.